Now, the BRS has launched a blistering attack on the Congress party over defection of its leaders in droves. The BRS working president Rama Rao rained fire on the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi, accusing them of double standards and hypocrisy. BRS has seen a string of defections both after the state elections and the Lok Sabha polls. As many as 6 MLAs, 6 MLCs, 1 Rajya Sabha MP have joined the Congress. 3 Lok Sabha MPs also switched to the Congress, while 2 Lok Sabha MPs have jumped ship to the BJP. The Congress has hit back at Rama Rao, saying the reason why BRS leaders were deserting the party and joining the Congress was because KTR's popularity was on the decline.
KTR, first thing I want to tell to him is, in this country, if at all defections ka meaning, defections ka misuse koi bhi kare to, that is the first thing is we can talk about BRS party. People are coming unconditionally. We are not giving any births to them. We are not providing any accommodation in the higher level post for the people who are joining us. They are coming voluntarily.
Defection का बड़ा बापू केसीआर है. केसीआर का रास्ता पे कांग्रेस चल रहा है, क्योंकि जब केसीआर सत्ता में थे कांग्रेस पार्टी वालों को मर्ज किया, अभी कांग्रेस सत्ता में टीआरएस वालों को मर्ज करे, दोनों एक ही है.
And for more of this, let's go right across to Rama Rao, who's the BRS working president. Thank you so much for speaking to Times Now, KTR. Today, while attacking the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, you've said that Rahul Gandhi does Oscar-level acting, quote-unquote, to show that he's the protector of the Constitution. You've said that you will approach the Supreme Court if the Speaker does not act. Tell us why.
Well, firstly, thank you for the opportunity, to speak to Times Now. There are 2 things that I would want to highlight. One, this whole charade of the Congress party, that, they are a party which abides by the Constitution of India, and their leader Rahul Gandhi is the savior of the Constitution. Obviously, it is a charade, and that's exactly why we wanted to call it out. Today, we are in New Delhi, exposing the Congress party's hypocrisy and double standards, because, on the one hand, the Congress party, in its Nyay Patra, the manifesto that they've promoted for the 2024 general elections, had promised categorically that they would make an amendment, they'll bring an amendment to the 10th schedule and ensure that anybody who defects a party would be disqualified automatically. Any MLA or MP who wins in one party and switches to another would be disqualified automatically. The same Congress party today, with absolute impunity, with utter contempt for the Constitution of India, goes about encouraging defections in the state of Telangana. Out of the 38 MLAs we have in the state of Telangana today, the Congress party has poached and defected about 7 MLAs and 6 MLCs. This is very much against the Constitution of India. This is against the anti-defection law that was brought in by late Rajiv Gandhi ji. तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं राहुल गांधी जी को, एक तरफ तो आप दिखावा करते हो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया किताब हाथ में लेके पार्लियामेंट में कि आप उसके सेवियर हो, आपकी पार्टी उसकी वैनगार्ड है, और दूसरे तरफ वही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया को आप बेइज्जती करते हो, उसकी डेसिक्रेट करते हो. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं कांग्रेस पार्टी इज फुल ऑफ hypocrites and full of hypocrisy. So therefore, this whole subject of disqualification, which is currently in the domain of Telangana High Court, we will ensure, if justice is not delivered in the High Court and in the domain of the Telangana Legislative Assembly Speaker, just like Congress party did vis-a-vis Manipur, where one of their MLAs had joined BJP as a minister, they went to the Supreme Court and they got a judgment. We'll do the same thing. We will knock on the doors of Supreme Court. We will make sure that these 6 or 7 MLAs are disqualified and by-elections are brought in Telangana, and we will expose Congress on all national forums. We will go and meet the President of India. We will go and knock on the doors of Supreme Court. We will raise the matter in Rajya Sabha. We will meet Election Commission of India. We will meet Lok Sabha Speaker. We will also meet Rajya Sabha Chairman, so as to ensure the custodians of the Constitution take, notice of this and ensure Congress party, its hypocrisy is exposed.
Yes, but do you believe that you have a strong legal case, because several MLAs have quit your party and crossed over? That includes 6 MLAs, 6 MLCs in recent times, in addition to 3 Lok Sabha MPs and 1 Rajya Sabha MP. Now, the numbers are significant, but what's your basis to the claim that defections of MLAs will fall foul of the anti-defection law and are illegal?
Absolutely. In fact, if you take a look at the judgment, that was actually delivered by Justice Nariman, Justice Bose, and Justice Ram Subramanian in 2020 January. This was regarding the Manipur MLA, Congress MLA that had defected. And in fact, the case was fought by Pradesh Congress Committee President, Mr. Megha Chandra Singh, I think his name is. The law is very clear, and even the constitutional bench, the 5-judge bench headed by the Chief Justice, also upheld this verdict, that the Speaker will get about 3 months. And 3 months is a reasonable time for a Speaker to decide on a disqualification petition. He cannot sit endlessly and protect just because he is from the same political party. He cannot sit endlessly and protect and encourage these defections tacitly. Supreme Court verdict is extremely clear, and what we are demanding, the High Court and also the Speaker in Assembly in Telangana, is to abide by the law of the land, which has been upheld by the Constitutional Bench in 2023 as well. So the law is very clear, the precedent is there, and the Congress party, which was a victim then, is now the perpetrator. So now the point I'm trying to make to Rahul Gandhi ji is, you cannot be running with the hares and hunting with the hounds. That's not how law works. It will catch up with you and your party, and it will ensure that, we will ensure that justice is delivered, if not in High Court, in Supreme Court.
Now, the Congress party's contention or criticism is that your party was a beneficiary of defections in the past, and your numbers grew because of defections routinely. At one point, growing from 88 to 103, thanks to these defections from the Congress party, from the TDP and the YSRCP. So, how are you any different today?
Please understand the distinction. It is different because please understand the distinction between a defection and a merger. If 2/3, as per law, as per the Constitution of India, as per the 10th schedule, if 2/3 of the legislators of a legislature party decide to merge their legislature arm into another legislature, it is allowed. But if it is anything less than 2/3, it is considered defection. So there is a subtle distinction in law vis-a-vis merger and defection. What we had done back in, about 6 years ago was, out of 18 Congress MLAs in Telangana, 12 had actually approached the Speaker to merge their legislature wing into our party. And that's how it was done. So what's happening today is 38 MLAs of the BRS, 6 of them have left us, and they've joined BJP. One of them even has contested as a parliament candidate. This is defection, that is merger, and the law is very, very clear on this. I think you can ask any constitutional expert, they will give you the same opinion. That's exactly what we're saying. Please deliver justice, make sure that we abide by the law of the land, the Speaker, the High Court. None of us are above the law, so all we're requesting the lawmakers, the courts of this country and also the Speaker is to ensure that justice is delivered. If it does not happen, we will go to the President of India, we will go to all forums, Election Commission, the Lok Sabha Speaker, Raj Sabha Chairman, and expose Congress party and its hollowness with respect to Constitution and its, utter contempt and disregard for Constitution.
Right. Now, you've also said that if needed, we will also hold a gathering of like-minded parties at the Constitution Club in Delhi. Now, who are these parties that you're referring to and are talking to at the moment?
Well, there are a lot of victims of these defection business in the country. We still haven't started talking, but I'm sure, there are going to be a lot. My simple question, Madhav, is, I think Congress also needs to think about this. Tomorrow, out of the 99 members of Parliament of Congress in Lok Sabha, if 20 or 30 of them decide to change party, would that be acceptable to Congress? So, today's perpetrator could be tomorrow's victim. So I would appeal to Congress party leadership, Mrs. Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, please think about what you're doing. You could be the victim tomorrow, and then you will have nowhere to complain to. Because you'll lose the moral ground, because you're doing it today. Tomorrow, your party might be at the receiving end, so therefore you'll lose the moral right, is what I would also request them.
Right, and one of your former party colleagues who's moved to the Congress party, the MLC MS Prabhakar Rao, has said that party members felt suffocated in the BRS due to lack of communication and democracy within the party. How do you respond to these claims?
No, see, anybody is free to choose their path. But the fact is, if you won on a party B form and if you're an elected representative, either an MLA or an MLC or an MP, you're bound by Constitution to resign to that post, and then you can choose your path. You can join the Congress party, you can join the BJP, you can join any party of your choice, but you first have to relinquish the post that was conferred upon by you, by the party on whose ticket, on whose B form you had contested. So the whole drama about democracy, internal this, that, ये सब बोलने के लिए अच्छा लगता है. But ultimately, one cannot violate the constitution. That's the fundamental thing. One of our members of Rajya Sabha also has defected to Congress, but he has resigned. Mr. Keshav Rao had joined the Congress party, but immediately he has resigned. Why did he resign? Because he knew that if we file a disqualification petition with the Vice President of India, the Chairman of Rajya Sabha, he would immediately be disqualified. But क्यों कांग्रेस के स्पीकर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं तेलंगाना में? क्योंकि कांग्रेस के स्पीकर हैं. तो इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं, एक एक जगह एक एक नीति नहीं होनी चाहिए. कांग्रेस पार्टी जो है, अगर राज्यसभा में एक नीति अपनाती है, तो फिर शासन सभा, विधानसभा में भी तो सेम नीति अपनाना चाहिए. यहां पे अगर कोई आपके सदस्य जो बीआरएस से चुन के आके आपके पार्टी में शामिल होते हैं, वो इस्तीफा देते हैं, तो वहां पे भी तो देना चाहिए. बस हम कंसिस्टेंसी की बात कर रहे हैं, और सबसे अहम बात कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहे हैं. आप जो पार्टी से चुन के आते हो, उसी पार्टी में अगर नहीं रहना चाहते, तो वह पद छोड़ो और फिर पार्टी में शामिल हो जाओ, दूसरे पार्टी में.
But is there also a larger existential issue for the BRS at this point of time? Because after a disappointing showing in both the assembly elections and the Lok Sabha polls, how does the BRS plan to resurrect itself?
Well, we'll have to go back to people. We'll have to take up issues. This is pretty normal. Yeah, in politics, it's very cyclical. You cannot overthink, and you cannot lose your sleep over this. You'll have to fight back. You'll have to win back people's confidence. Because yes, after 2 successive terms of governance in Telangana, we lost by a whisker. We won 39 seats out of 119. We lost about 14 seats by less than 5,000 votes. The difference in percentage votes between us and Congress in the assembly election was hardly anything, 1.8%, which roughly translates to 4 lakh votes in a state that has 4 crore people. So therefore, my point is, it was not a rout, it was a loss, a setback for sure. We will go back to the drawing board. We will sit with our cadre, our leaders, and we will come back strong. We are down, but we are certainly not out.
But there's also the larger issue of opposition unity. Now, opposition is stronger than it was earlier, and we've seen quite a voluble opposition in the session that just ended. But there's already talk within the Congress of Rahul Gandhi becoming the next Prime Minister. Do you believe that the opposition, though you're not part of the India bloc per se, can actually be a united collective front against the BJP and the NDA going forward?
Well, you know what, I'll tell you one simple thing. We've seen a lot happen in politics in a very short period of time. So 4.5, 5 years is still a long way to go. So I will not, put my bets on anybody right now. But all I can tell you is one thing: we've maintained equal distance from BJP and Congress in the state. We fought both. We made sure that, we trumped both of them twice. This time we lost to Congress, but I'm confident that, we'll continue on the same path. We'll continue to trounce both BJP and Congress in the state and come back, stronger next time. As far as national politics is concerned, so I've only been in Delhi for the last 2-3 days. I really don't know much about, who's the next Prime Minister. But I do know that, right now the elections have been concluded. We have a long way to go, before the next general elections.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the BRS Working President and former Telangana Minister KT Rama Rao joining us. I'd like to thank you so much, KTR, for joining us this evening and speaking your mind quite frankly about the difficulties or the challenges in the road ahead for the BRS. On that note, I'd like to thank all of viewers for joining us as well.